What is up? I started that completely wrong. I apologise. What is up, visuals? Welcome to the Original Podcast. We're doing entertainment news first, Chris. So there's a couple of things that happened. I don't know if you've got them screenshotted and whatnot. This is where we talk shit about films and whatnot. In fact, should we speak about what we're about to go see or not?
If you will.
Just, I mean, obviously it can't be a review because we have not seen it yet, but it does look all kinds of fucked. We're about to go see Evil Dead Rise. It took me a sec to think about the name there. Yeah, and I genuinely think we're going to go into this. Well, maybe not you, but I think I'm going to be definitely somewhat freaked. I was watching some guy on TikTok, and he was, I don't know how he got the film early, but he was watching it and it was his reactions, and he was pulling all kinds of faces and whatnot. So I don't know if he was overreacting or if he got scared. I don't know. I think it looks kind of fucked, to be fair.
It does look fucked.
Yeah, there looks like there's some weird torture scenes with cheese graters and shit, and it just looks genuinely scary. And the actress that's playing the possessed bitch just looks all kinds of fucked. And there's a load of little bits there. So I think he's going to get a munch on beforehand. I think I'll just kick back, chill out, and then just hopefully just embrace whatever disgustingness comes our way. I think it's going to be a lot scarier than that Pope's Exorcist. The Exorcist. Pope's Exorcist. But it still looks good though. I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be one of the ones where we're going in to be scared and to get a frit and to get a jump. So we'll tell you what it's all about next week and what we thought of it and the do's and don'ts and whatnot. But yes, it like I said, it looks all kinds of fucked. And in some regards, I'm like, fuck this film. I just want to get to the safeness of Mario and Rainbow Road. But did you finish Mandalorian? Are you up to date?
I've got one more episode to do. The last episode.
Without spoiling anything, this last episode was just beyond beautiful, beyond absolute.
I heard Carnage is involved.
Carnage?
Not the person, the character.
Oh, right. It's just basically a big one, because the episode, I'm assuming you've done episode 7 then, it's just a straight on carry on, but it's just that there's like proper, as in like beautiful moments, and it's just fighting, and it was just all out fun throughout all of it, and I just loved it so much. It's one of the best episodes of anything I've seen in a long, long time. It's up there with, as in single episodes of a show. I had so much fun watching it. So again, I had like a little. You're gonna enjoy it, man.
Nice.
So beautiful, so amazing. There's been a lot of trailers. Should we jump straight to the trailers or not? Or
Can do. You just roll off what you've watched.
So we'll leave the bigger one in a sec. I saw the Insidious trailer. Insidious trailer. Again, they all merged the fucking one. Which we were talking about last week.
Insidious 5.
What you? I think you like this a lot more than me. So
if I haven't seen the trailer.
Okay, Chris hasn't seen the trailer.
Elaborate.
Well, I don't know. Just give us more of the hoo-ha. Really, I can't really specify. I don't know if it leads to any key moments from previous films because again, I'm not huge. I have seen them all, but they're just the same. But it's just another little hoo-ha of ghosty shenanigans shit. That's all I can really tell you.
Yeah.
It didn't really. It didn't disappoint, but I was just like, okay, Insidious is coming, wicked cool. The next one that I know off the top of my head would be in the form of Fast and Furious.
I haven't seen the second trailer because I specifically did not watch it.
What for?
I just did not watch it because I didn't want to watch the second trailer. I've seen the first trailer, that was fine.
It's just pretty much the first trailer with a few extra shots.
Yeah, I didn't want to watch the second one because I don't understand why they started bringing 3-4 different trailers out when, because to me they're going to ruin the film.
Yeah, yes and no.
Just give me one trailer, that's it, I'm hooked. Or not. It's just like, right, I'm going to go and see that, or nah, I'm not going to go see that. I just want one trailer. I don't need a trailer every other month until the film comes out.
Yeah, I do know what you mean, but at the same time, I like with the Marvel films, for example, like the ones that give us like the first trailer usually gets like a sort of little buffer in, and then the final trailer you get like the sort of like massive swing in. Like usually at the end of it, you're like, oh, they're here, that's going on. You're like, oh, okay.
So that's like a ruiner to me.
Oh, well, to me, it's like an extra bit of hype. It's like, well, at the end of the trailer, I don't know, for example, there's the Guardians. What the fuck? And then you're like, I'm hyped. The Guardians are coming. Come on, let me.
No, see, I want to get that hype after the film.
Oh, well, no, yeah, again, I do see where you're coming from. I get your side of it there.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it pumps me. It's like the boxing match. It's like, the two people doing their promos and they're like, I can't wait to smash your face in on Sunday. And you're like, I'm ready for this shit. So you're like, okay, yeah, looks pretty good. And then I go to the film, but then we're like, the Guardians are here. I'm like, the Guardians are here. But I get being surprised and shocked and whatnot. I see that appeal to it as well.
Yes.
But hey, well, yeah, it was just not to disappoint. It was pretty much the same sort of trailer, just with a few more different shots of this and shots of that. And there's Jason Statham, and there's Han, and carry on and whatnot.
Aye, fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's the only trailers I saw. I want to say, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, and it's not Sylvester Stallone. Arnold Schwarzenegger's one. What Fubar is? I think it's called.
Yeah,
Fubar or some shit.
Something weird like that, isn't it?
Again, didn't look offensive. It just looked like Arnie just killing people, being a legendary action star.
Sounds alright.
That was it.
Sounds alright.
So it didn't like it again though. It didn't disappoint. It didn't like whatever. It was fine. I think that's all the trailers I saw.
I think that's all the trailers, huh?
And my only personal bit of news is, I don't know if you've got it, is that Knuckles spin-off show that's coming, the live action.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's going to be him and the cop. He's going to like take him under his wing and train him in the ways of the Knuckles clan. So I'm all up for that. Idris Elba back as Knuckles, having a bit of fun in some weekly episodes. Give me that shit all day long.
Did you not see the big... Well, it wasn't really a trailer, but the snippet of it.
If I did, whatever it is I'm looking at.
Godzilla and Kong?
Oh, yes, sorry, yeah, where it just sort of shows you at the very end it was like Kong and Zilla's like skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it says something like the original Titan returns or something like that.
Something like that, isn't it?
Yeah. Which to me then looks like there's a new big threat, and it's more team up action, because it's not.
It looks interesting.
It's not Godzilla vs Kong, is it? It's Godzilla X Kong. So it's like them two team up, the powerhouses. I know you weren't overly massive on the last film, but I'm up for this. Just monsters fighting the fuck out of each other and battering each other for an hour and a half. That'll do me.
Watch it.
So I know, I do tell a lie. I did see that.
Okay, right. I think before we start anything else off, I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh shit! What's the elephant in the room?
The elephant in the room is our man, Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors, yes.
Yes, he's getting dropped by everyone and everything at the minute.
Is Publisher or his manager or somebody or?
So, and there's a rumour he will be getting replaced in DC.
And yeah,
in Marvel.
It's I'm assuming that if this is happening, the allegations must be true. You can't go this far without... Because I know a lot of people don't like the black mark against the name, whether it be true or not. They're just like, oh, there's...
Yeah.
But surely if they're going to this extent, you would imagine it's true.
He's getting a lot of 2 films, a TV ad, and he's obviously the agent is also looking for...
That's maybe what I read, his agent, sorry. It's a funny old one because he was absolutely crushing it, and after all of this is said and done, hopefully it is just somebody trying to beat shenanigans. He can get back on track. I don't know. Fuck knows, mate. It's a weird old one. I haven't seen anything again. All I've seen is the accusations. Nothing concrete.
No.
Like I said, people just don't like that black mark next to the name.
Exactly.
So if it is all false, like I said, we'll catch Jonathan Majors. Wait a sec, didn't he get involved in that scandal? You have to have the conversation. Actually, no, it was proven innocent. Blah blah blah. And but at the same time, if it is true, then justice hopefully will be sitting back. Fuck knows. But yeah, you're right. It's all that shenanigans.
We are getting a reboot of a TV series coming to Prime Video.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say South Park then, just because you did Mr. Mackey.
Okay. Star Trek. Nope. Stargate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, you mentioned something about this last week.
Yeah.
Because you said you didn't know if I was overly into it. And we spoke about it. Maybe more one for you. Yeah, maybe one for you, one for whatever. Okay, Stargate is Stargate. I mean, I think you'll probably watch it and like it, I'm assuming.
I didn't mind the original, so... I might give this a go because is it Robert Carlyle?
Yeah,
I think he's one of the main guys in it.
I haven't seen Robert Carlyle.
I haven't.
The best film.
He was in 28 Weeks and 28 Days, wasn't he?
He was in one of the.
He was in one of them.
I want to say. Oh no, I think.
Was it not Weeks?
I want to say it was this because no. I think it's the second one because it's where they show you it going into Paris and that. Where the first one was. Thomas Shelby.
Yes.
Waking up in the hospital.
Yes, that must have been Weeks. 28 Weeks later.
Yeah. Whichever. I haven't
Because
seen
he had
it in a
2
while.
kids or something, didn't he?
Yes, there's definitely a moment at the end of one of them where they're in the hospital room.
Yeah.
And is it Robert Carlyle in the bed or is it his kid in the bed?
Can't remember now.
No, I can't.
It's been a while.
It's been a good old while.
But yeah, we're getting to see Robert Carlyle. Go on.
Fucking lovely jubbly.
Jubbly.
Sorry, sweetie.
Jubbly. Right. Game of Thrones.
Giant wieners, dragons with wieners, lots of wieners, giant
A
dragons.
Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
The Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
A Knight.
A Knight of the
Knight
Seven
of the
Kingdoms.
Seven
Who is the
Kingdoms.
Knight of the Seven
Well,
Kingdoms?
this is what we're going to find out in a new series.
Is this... What? No, we're not. We're talking about Game of Thrones. I'm just getting shut down. I'm not even talking about that. I went, shut the fuck up, we're not talking about that. She watched, there's a Netflix show called The Seven Kings Must Die or some shit.
Okay.
I haven't watched it.
Fair enough.
But is this a prequel, sequel, whatever?
I don't know. I think this must be a prequel.
Okay. Also, maybe it involves the man who brought them all together, whatever his name was then. Could he be the knight?
Possibly. Possibly.
And you're the Game of Thrones guy.
But we'll find out. We will find out. Sad news.
Oh, sad news.
Sad news. Well, for me, but not for you. Yellowstone Season 5 is coming to an end. They've got Part B of Season 5, and that is it.
What, as in it's coming to an end, they're not doing any more?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Have they told the story they needed to tell?
Well, basically, yeah, because they're all up to date now.
Right, okay.
We're up to today's date, really, kind of situation.
Okay.
So we've done 1883, we've done 1924, or whatever it was, I can't remember now. And then we've done Yellowstone. But the next one on the list is what we've talked about, is the 4 Sixes.
Yes.
That's the next project they're going to be doing.
The next project.
That's probably where we're going to go after this, I reckon.
And that's the one that you said, it's not the same ranch, but it's like
No, it's
a ranch
the
that's
ranch
dealt
that's
with that
in
ranch before.
Texas.
Yeah.
Where this one is in... where did I say it was? Montana.
Montana. I was going to literally just start naming shit there, mate. I wasn't 100% sure. She's Arkansas, Kansas, fucking New Orleans, I don't know. But okay, there you go.
So yes, we're going to be now watching one of the world's, or one of the America's biggest ranches going.
Oh.
Should be interesting.
Oh.
Good fun. Another spin-off. Again, I think this is a prequel, but I don't know. But I think it is. We're going off the Big Bang spin-offs this time. And obviously, we've had Sheldon. He's prequel. We could be seeing a Penny prequel.
Whoa. I don't know how that would hit.
Well, it would be her, more of her stories.
No, I
her
get-
being her usual self.
I get what it would
getting
be.
drunk, pushing over cows
Yeah, I don't know.
from wherever she was from. I can't remember where she was from now, to be fair.
She's not a unique enough character for me to be like, oh, okay. It's just that's the drunk girl that did silly drunk stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas Sheldon was like, you could understand because there was lots of layers to unravel there.
It'd be interesting to see Leonard's prequel.
Leonard's would be, because again, another slight unique character, the awkwardness, the interactions with his mum and dad and whatnot. I mean, there might be some depth to this Penny one. I did like Penny in the Big Bang. She was a good character. I don't think it will hit the same. I think I would, what you just said, I'd rather do a Leonard than
I'd
a
rather
Penny.
have a Leonard, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, fuck knows.
Fuck knows. You never know. You never know. Mortal Kombat 2
Yeah, I've seen this.
will start filming in June, so it means that we'll get it roughly about this time towards the end. No, this time towards the third quarter of next year.
Okay. I mean, the first one was awesome, so
Yeah, I enjoyed the first one.
amazing. And I like the fact that the main guy was like a new character for the film. Because me not being the biggest of Mortal Kombat guys, I was like, oh, I don't remember this guy, I recognise this guy. So the new character, that is why.
That is why.
But yeah, I'm up for more combat shenanigans.
Yes, I am indeed. But until then, we will be getting Oppenheimer
Oppenheimer.
Christopher Nolan's latest film, Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
It's hitting the cinemas in July 21st.
It's because everyone was saying, like, not everybody, people like Kevin Smith, like, it's a bit weird to have as a summer film, as a summer blockbuster, because of what it is, but this is going to be such a sick film.
Oh, it's going to be a mint film.
Yeah, it's going to be
There's
awesome.
a lot of good people involved in it, to be fair.
And it's just a cool story to tell anyway.
Yeah. And for those who don't know what Oppenheimer is, it's about the big fucking bomb. So yeah. A one for you.
Oh, one for me.
One for
One
you.
for like Christmas. I'm wrapping my first present. This is for you.
This is for you. And I know you love the films. We are getting a series.
Oh.
Twilight.
Yes! Fucking Team Edward, Team Jacob, man. It's fucking awesome. I'm a pale demon that glistens in the sun.
Exactly.
It's like, I'm only 18, but I've been 18 for like 200 years.
Yes.
Fuck off, you prick. There's moments
So
where...
technically, it was a pedo.
Yeah, 100%. It's the wolf guy's the pedo anyway, because when she gets pregnant and he marks her belly so he can marry the
baby,
and you're like, you are the sickest, the most and he just kept getting shot for no reason. Mate, them films are so awful, right? The fact they have the weird baseball scene, like this teen vampire, and they're just like, let's have a game of ball, man. And it's just, what are you doing? And then the last film's just like, guess what, right? We've done a whole film, but if for 2 hours, never happened. It was a what if, and you're like, oh God. Because it's not like What If, the show from Marvel, where it's like, okay, we know this is a what if. We know it's not just 2 hours down the line, didn't really happen, son. You're like, oh, okay. It was just her imagining what might happen. Fuck off. They were just the most drizzle pieces of shit ever. But they are a bad as in a good bad as in like you could watch them to have a giggle. I know you like them, so you go for it. You're a little teenage girl. It's actually quite weird you bring them up because there's a guy I watch who's recently just watched them all in a group party and just so they could watch to like take the piss out of them and laugh at them and whatnot. And it's spot on in terms of they are funny just to watch and be like, what the fuck are we watching here? Like even like the weird family, like the vampire dickhead Edward used to proper batter the shit out of her for no reason, and he did stupid moments like when she's getting attacked and he comes round in that car and does like a random shitty drift. He gets out and is like, leave her alone, and you're like, oh my God, what is this? What is going on? No wonder 14-year-old girls love this. What is happening right now? It was fucking awful. But a fun awful.
Well, it's get a series.
I bet you the series is already a lot better. It's got to be a lot better because they're going to be like, hang on a sec, we can't just make them all like, glitter, glue, whatever the fuck it is over their skin when the sun hits them. I've been 18 for 200 years. Piss off, you knob.
MCU times.
Oh.
Adam Driver.
Mm-hmm.
Reported to play, or in talks to play, Reed Richards.
Oh, that's an interesting take on Reed. I mean, visually, as it stands now, I can't quite see it with the grey bits and the. But I mean, in terms of acting I could definitely buy into him playing him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a fun choice.
It is a good choice.
I'd be definitely, if that does happen, I'm looking forward to the first little tease we get of him, how he looks and stuff.
Should be good. Kongs in the cinemas 2024 before we move on that one. And finally, Netflix has literally just announced, that season 2 of The Sandman will be here next year.
Did you do Sandman?
I did.
Did you like it?
It was weird.
I wasn't huge on it.
No.
Like, and there were some people out there, like again, Kevin Smith, that loved it, but I think that's more nostalgic for them. It was an old thing that they're
Yeah.
And again, it's a DC comic and whatnot. It's fine, but yeah, I wasn't like amazing. It was okay.
Yeah. That's my lot.
Oh bloody hell! You need to hurry up and go watch Beef, mate.
Go watch Beef.
Yeah, with Stephen Yeun on Netflix. I still can't wrap my head right. I understand it, but I can't just wrap it's hard to explain, mate, because you just need to watch it, and it's so fucking mint, but it's so what the fuck.
Mint.
Just like how some guy can nearly crash into a girl swear at each other, and their lives changed forever. You're like, what the fuck? What journey are we going on here? And somebody, the lad Bible in IGN and that come out saying it's the best TV show of all time. It definitely isn't, but it is a great show and one of the best shows of all time for me personally. But yeah, Beef's just fucking gets to one of them.
It gets to one of them. Some
So-
grunting noises.
He's what?
It gets some grunting.
Yeah, get some moans, mate. We got I don't know if you watched that little Guardians of the Galaxy sort of interview where they were just like James Gunn and Star-Lord, Chris Pratt and that, just having a big old talk about the film, the end of the journey and stuff. I am so not ready for this film, like. I really am not, mate. I've got the day off work, took it off work, ready to just go, ready for when you're ready and whatnot. It's going to be heartbreaking, but beautiful.
Noise. When's it out?
The 5th. The 5th. Yeah, took a day off work. Depending on what time you get off work and whatnot, we could do the same shenanigans, meal and whatnot. I probably won't be able to hang on. I might have to do an early screening by myself and then wait for you to finish work. Because, fucking beautiful bastard.
Beautiful.
Not been watching anything else.
Not really, no.
I saw you scrolling. I didn't know if you were looking for any more shit.
I was looking to see if any more popped up, but I've been here, but no. Nah, I've not really been. No. I don't know why, but I started doing Family Guy. I don't know why.
That was weird. I recently started. I just chose a random. I think I landed on like 7 or 8, and I just randomly, just when I'm chilling in bed, just thought I'll just put Family Guy on.
I was just.
That's weird that we've both started that.
Well, I was just like job hunting. I just thought I'd find Family Guy
It's a
on.
nice, easy background because it's one of the ones where you could just tune in for 2 minutes.
It's
and then
weird
get back
how
to what you...
Mila Kunis is not Meg, and Joe didn't come in until season 2, and then.
What you mean? Like, is she not Meg anymore?
No, she.
Actually, I know she never started. I know she never started off as Meg.
started off as Meg.
Same was Lois was a different actress.
Yeah. It's weird because that's who I'm used to hearing is their voices.
So when you watch the early, even looking at the animation, it's like a little bit like.
Yeah.
Because obviously now modern, even it's the same with South Park and The Simpsons and that, like the newer animations look so crystal clear and fucking.
Yeah, so I've just been listening to watching Big Bang,
Family Guy.
Family Guy while looking for jobs.
The only reason why I would rate Family Guy's awesome. The one thing that sometimes annoys us is their jokes are a little bit like they are funny, but they'll be in the middle of the story and they're like, hey, like that one time I was in an elevator with so and so, and then 2 minutes later you have another joke like that, and you're like, hang on, do you not do jokes that intertwine with the story a little bit? But again, they are jokes, they are fun stuff, like how South Park and even The Simpsons, they'll intertwine. Every joke is a meaning and whatnot. Yeah. Whereas theirs are just quick, like little. I guess you can call them puns. They're like little puns, but more creative.
Yeah.
But Family Guy is a fun show. I do really like Family Guy.
I like Family Guy, to be fair.
They what have you got to look forward to then? What's my new snacks? What have you got? Look, you got loads of all the chicken fights to come. You got I don't know if you do them. The Star Wars spin-offs and stuff like that. The chicken fights were a nice, funny, reoccurring joke. I did like them. You've got Cool Whip. Why are you pronouncing it like that? Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Just joke. I don't know if you're going to do the Cleveland show. The Cleveland show was okay.
Is the Cleveland show on Disney?
Yeah, I'd assume so. I'm guessing it was a weird spin-off anyway.
Yeah.
Cleveland was.
I couldn't really get into Cleveland. I did watch it when it first came out, and I couldn't really get into it.
I'd done it all, and I
with his iconic keeps falling out the fucking bathtub.
Yeah.
There.
Because it is funny, but I was a bit like, I want you with the rest of the gang.
Yeah.
It's like Quagmire and stuff. Quagmire's hilarious, but I like him in when he's intertwined with the rest of the crew and whatnot.
Yeah.
Joe would be a mad one. A funny prequel of Joe would be quite good when he, was actually in the police. Well, when he was in the police force with his legs and stuff.
Yeah.
That would have been quite funny because you could have seen how everything unfolded and shit. But again, maybe not for like. They're ones you could probably do as like episodes for just Family Guy. But Family Guy's a great shout. I haven't really been overly massively, like I said, up to date with Mandalorian and all that's done. There's no films I've been really boxing off, shit like that. I've just replaying Pokemon on the Switch, Stadium and that.
I finished Big Sky.
Big Sky.
Big Sky.
Big Sky. Which one's Big Sky?
It's on Disney again. It's another cop show.
I said I don't think I know Big Sky.
It starts off where some young girls get kidnapped by a truck driver and have to go searching for them, but it involves a lot of other conspiracy shit behind it all.
I think you did explain this to me.
I think I have actually.
Yeah, that
Jensen Ackles is in season 3.
Yeah, the one you're telling me about that actually does sound familiar. I saw, I don't know if you saw it, Beast Boy from Titans had like a little sneak peek with the Flash. He went into the
I need to thingy off.
and he sees our Flash from the show going around and whatnot, and it kind of somewhat intertwined.
But I think I'm only on season 7 of the Flash. I need to fucking finish it off because this is the last season. This is the last of Flash.
It's definitely something because of how much I don't know how hardcore you went. Like every Arrowverse show from Legends of Tomorrow, which is meh, and
I
all
couldn't
the Arrow
get into
stuff.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Nah, it's. But everything in the Arrowverse, I've done up to date and whatnot.
Supergirl. I did fucking Arrow. I did again Flash.
Have you done Clark and Superman and Lois?
No.
Yeah, again, I've had to do it just because it's part of the universe. But again, it's not. It did have one really badass moment of Superman doing a bit. I won't say it in case you do watch it, but I thought I'd have to watch it all just to honour the Arrow.
Yeah.
Before everything that comes off you, mate, I'll make sure I tick off the list. But the Flash is still solid.
Yeah.
But all the Arrowverse films, shows, even the Arrow maybe did have a slight drop off. I don't know. I was enthralled. The early stage of the Arrow.
I think it all went downhill when he left. To be fair,
Yeah,
it was all the modern fucking
agree.
technology. It's like what the fuck's all this?
Completely agree, and they're limited into like some sort of CGI and stuff, and what they can use in
what the hell?
CW and shit. Riverdale's getting very, very bizarre.
I need to catch up on that as well.
I mean, beautiful, amazing, but there's some because they're sent back to the 50s now because last season we went through some of them getting powers and they were up against Lucifer, not thingy Satan, and you're like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Well, last season, what seasons just came out?
I want to say 6.
No,
It's not 6.
no, it's more than that.
It might be 7.
What?
Maybe it's 7 then.
I must be at the end of season 5 then, or 12, yeah, because
Have they grown up yet?
they get kidnapped by a truck driver and
Yeah, you're doing it where they are grown up. Archie's been out at war.
Archie's been at war. and all that shit. Yeah,
Jug had become an alcoholic writer and
Yes.
stuff, and that's where they're summoned to like Satan coming in and weird shit. And because this bomb thing happens and it's mental. It's a bit like, where are you going with this? Happens. They get sent back to the 50s, but that's classic Archie. Archie comics.
Yes.
Lollipop. They're doing all this stuff, but there was like a very because it's a very sexual show. Yeah, and then there's an episode in this, and you watch and you're just like, what am I actually watching? Like, it's great. I love it because the overall story's fun.
Yeah.
But you're just like, what did I just witness?
Is it legal?
Yeah, but it's just like I can understand why there's like a little weird head thing of like 3 girls really wanting Archie. I don't blame them.
Okay.
And they're like doing different things, and you're like, it's just watching 3 girls dying to get on a bit of Red's dick.
Fair enough.
It's fucking, but it's really good. But there's like a nice murder mystery element interwoven into this one.
Yes.
And there's like obviously some sort of race stuff and family stuff, and like that Archie apparently had intercourse with somebody, and they're like, oh, you must marry her now because it's the 50s and keep her on. So there's all these weird little things they got to juggle. And like I said, it's a great. I don't know how it's going to end and whatnot, and what we're going to do going forward, but it was.
I'll get catch up on it.
I love my Thursdays with Riverdale. I'm not gonna lie. I would just straight off Netflix. But okay, we'll get. I mean, we've got chunks of time, but we'll end there. We're gonna do one more pod.
Yeah.
I guess what time do we need to get to the pub? 20 to 8. It takes 10 minutes to get served.
Just go for the well.
So we don't technically need to really set off if we wanted to drag it out to like 7.
No, we'll just chill somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can have a wee one.
8:45.
Hey, is
8:45.
that what time it is?
Yeah.
Is it 8:45? Like I said, it was proper stupid the times because it was dead early. I don't know who's getting up at fucking. It was like 11 o'clock. Who's getting up at 11 to watch some demonic shit? Then there was only and then there was like 5:15 or some shit. I was like, no, we can't do that one or this one. And that was it.
No.
It was like,
Yeah,
oh well.
We'll just chill out and then have a slow walk and just chill. Find a booth and just chill out.
That'll do me absolutely shovelly doubly. Right, we'll end it there and we'll go on to another weird ramble on. I'm alright for a brew, but do you want one?
I'm alright for a brew.
Yeah, we'll have another brew then. We'll lay on the fucking floor. Visuals. That was the entertainment news. Thank you, Chris. We managed to get it to half an hour.
Aye. We're here.
It's still our weird bounce from films to films. It's bizarre enough as it is. Like I said, Mario, 2 demon films, saving superheroes in space to cars and 2 white people having a black kid. So it's we've got a nice little, and then after Fast and Furious, fuck knows what we've got next. Top of my head, I don't know.
I can't remember.
I've not the foggiest.
It'll be something.
Hopefully, because I fucking adore these little cinema trips we're having. Like, it's guaranteed once a week, apart from that 1 week in between. Was it in between, like, Screaming 65 till Shazam, was it?
Something like that.
Yeah, so we had a
week.
week off. Yeah, and I was like, oh, fucking cinema. But yeah, so as soon as Guardian times are up, mate, you're going to have to let us know what time's best for you, because I fucking... If it's too upsetting, if I do go to an early screen on my own, which is going to be so tempting, hard not to go, and it is really, really sad, I'm going to be a blubbering mess again in the second one, and I'm sorry, because got the Guardians Lego sets upstairs, I haven't built yet, and there's baby rocket in one of them, and I just haven't got the heart to build it.
I'll build it.
No, you fucking won't, because you fucking don't. But I've got the Technic version now, because they've just released the motorbike for to go alongside the thingy, and I'll build that tonight. And I bought that, and it pissed me off because I went, Chris hasn't even built his fucking car.
Nah.
See, that's the kind of shit, right? If it's like 5-10 years time, I'm going to break into your house just to build it, and then walk off, and you'll be like, do you know what's weird to me? I had one of my lip balms the other day. It's completely random. And not the other day, earlier today. I was just chilling with him, blah, blah, blah. And it just fell from nowhere. And the only area I was with was shelves of figures. And I was like, because it wasn't this one, it was one of the new ones that I haven't used yet. And I was like, I don't understand where that's fallen from. Because if I'm next to my shelves with my figures, I'm not going to put my lip balm there because that's not where it belongs. And it's a new one out the packet. How has this just fallen out of figures? It was weird as fuck. I didn't bring that up because I touched my lip balm. But fuck off. But yes, thank you, Visuals. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Let's go talk about some weird random shit.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. What was giving on?
As always, love you. Bye.
Bye from Chris.
Bye bye.